Dr. Malachi Martin, a name whispered in hushed tones, an Irish Catholic priest, a scholar, an exorcist. He dedicated his life to battling the demonic. He delved into the abyss, confronting the darkest forces imaginable. His experiences, documented in chilling detail, offer a glimpse into the terrifying reality of demonic possession. Dr. Martin wasn't just a theologian, he was a warrior. He waged war against an ancient enemy that lurks in the shadows, preying on the vulnerable and seeking to drag souls into darkness. Through countless exorcisms, he witnessed firsthand the horrifying manifestations of demonic possession. His accounts are not for the faint of heart. They are chilling testaments to the very real existence of evil. They serve as a dire warning against dabbling in the occult, for the consequences can be devastating. Dr. Martin's life and work stand as a beacon, illuminating the path to understanding and combating the demonic. The line between possession and obsession can be blurry. In the dark corners of the human psyche, where fear and uncertainty dwell, these two forms of demonic influence often intertwine, creating a complex web of torment and control. But the distinction is crucial. Understanding the nuances between possession and obsession is not just an academic exercise, it is a matter of survival for those who find themselves ensnared by these malevolent forces. Demons operate with insidious cunning. They are ancient beings versed in the art of manipulation and deceit, and they choose their methods with a precision that is both terrifying and awe-inspiring. They choose their methods carefully, tailoring their approach to exploit the weaknesses and fears of their victims. Each move is calculated, each whisper designed to erode the victim's sense of self and reality. Dr. Martin, a seasoned exorcist, understood this distinction all too well. With decades of experience, he had seen the full spectrum of demonic influence, from the subtle to the overt, and he knew that recognizing the signs was the first step in combating these dark forces. Possession is a complete takeover. The demon inhabits the victim's very being, seizing control of their body and mind, turning them into a puppet whose strings are pulled by an unseen hand. The demon inhabits the victim's very being. It is a horrifying experience where the victim's own identity is suppressed and the demon's will becomes dominant. It controls their body and mind. Every action, every word is dictated by the malevolent entity, leaving the victim trapped within their own body, a prisoner of their own flesh, a puppet master pulling the strings of a human life. The victim's autonomy is stripped away, replaced by the sinister intentions of the demon. Obsession, on the other hand, is a relentless torment. Unlike possession, it does not take over the body, but it invades the mind, planting seeds of fear, doubt, and despair. The demon whispers, tempts, and terrifies. It is a constant presence, a shadow that looms over the victim's thoughts, twisting their perceptions and driving them to the brink of madness. It seeks to break the victim's will, to drive them to despair. The goal is to erode their mental defenses, to make them vulnerable to further influence and control. Dr. Martin encountered both forms of demonic influence. He saw firsthand the devastating effects of possession and obsession, and he dedicated his life to understanding and combating these dark forces. He saw the utter despair in the eyes of the possessed. The loss of control, the fear, and the pain were etched into their faces, a testament to the horrors they endured. He heard the tormented cries of the obsessed. Their minds were a battleground, constantly under siege by the relentless whispers and dark visions conjured by the demonic presence. His experiences painted a grim picture of the demonic agenda. To destroy everything good and pure in the world, the demons sought to corrupt, to twist, and to annihilate the very essence of humanity. Understanding the difference is crucial. It is the first step in identifying the enemy, in knowing what you are up against, and in formulating a strategy to fight back. It's the first step in identifying the enemy. Knowledge is the key to unlocking the mysteries of demonic influence and to finding a way to combat it effectively. And in the battle against darkness, knowledge is power. The more you understand about the nature of the threat, the better equipped you are to face it and to protect those who are vulnerable. Dr. Martin's insights provide a roadmap for navigating the treacherous terrain of demonic influence. His wisdom and experience offer a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in darkness. guiding those who seek to confront and overcome the malevolent forces that threaten to consume us all. What are demons? Where do they come from? Dr. Martin believed they are fallen angels, cast out of heaven with Lucifer, the angel who dared to challenge God. Now they roam the earth, seeking to wreak havoc and lead souls astray. Their intentions are clear: to oppose God and all that is good. They are agents of chaos and destruction. Their ultimate goal, to drag as many souls as possible into their abyss of eternal darkness. Demons are masters of deception. They can appear as angels of light, whispering false promises and tempting with forbidden knowledge. They prey on the weak, the vulnerable, the curious. Those who stray too far from the light are easy targets. Dr. Martin warned against underestimating their power. They are ancient, cunning, and utterly ruthless. To confront them is to stare into the face of pure evil. It is not a battle for the faint of heart, but a fight for the very survival of the soul. Section 4. Unmasking the demonic signs of possession. How do you identify someone in the grip of demonic possession? It's a question that has haunted humanity for centuries, shrouded in mystery and fear. The signs are often elusive, hidden beneath layers of normalcy, making it difficult for the untrained eye to discern the truth. Dr. Martin, a seasoned exorcist with decades of experience, witnessed it all. His encounters with the possessed have provided invaluable insights into the dark world of demonic influence. The signs, though varied and often subtle, are undeniable to the trained eye. A person may seem perfectly normal one moment and exhibit disturbing behavior the next. It's these fleeting glimpses of the abnormal that often go unnoticed by most. A sudden aversion to religious objects is a red flag. The possessed may find it unbearable to be near crucifixes, holy water, or any item of faith. This aversion is not just discomfort, it's a visceral reaction, as if the very presence of these objects causes them pain. The possessed may recoil from crucifixes or holy water as if burned by their touch. This reaction is often accompanied by physical manifestations such as contorted fingers, grimacing faces, and an overwhelming urge to flee. They might lash out with blasphemous language, spewing hatred and obscenities directed at anything sacred. This verbal assault is not just random anger, it's a calculated attack on the very essence of faith and goodness. Superhuman strength is another chilling indicator. The possessed may exhibit physical power far beyond their normal capabilities, performing feats that defy logic and reason. The possessed may exhibit incredible feats of power far beyond their normal capabilities. This strength is not just physical, it's a manifestation of the dark force within them, pushing the boundaries of human potential. They might become violent and unpredictable, posing a danger to themselves and those around them. This aggression is often sudden and unprovoked, leaving those nearby in a state of fear and confusion. Speaking in tongues, levitation, knowledge of hidden things, these are all potential signs of demonic influence. These phenomena are not just eerie, they are a direct challenge to the natural order, defying the laws of physics and reason. Dr. Martin encountered them all during his years as an exorcist. His experiences have been a testament to the reality of these signs, providing a window into the battle between good and evil. He knew the enemy's tactics. His deep understanding of the demonic allowed him to identify and confront these dark forces with confidence and resolve. He could recognize the subtle signs of demonic intrusion. These signs, often missed by others, were clear indicators to him of a deeper, darker presence at work. His knowledge serves as a warning and a guide for those who dare to confront the darkness. Dr. Martin's legacy is not just in the battles he fought, but in the wisdom he imparted to those who continue the fight against the unseen forces that seek to corrupt and destroy. Section 5. The Exorcism Ritual, a battle for the soul. The exorcism ritual is not for the faint of heart. It is a profound and intense spiritual confrontation, one that tests the limits of human endurance and faith. It's a grueling battle between good and evil, a fight for the very essence of a human soul. The stakes are unimaginably high, and the consequences of failure are dire. Dr. Martin described the process in chilling detail. He spoke of the ancient texts and sacred rites that guide the exorcist, the prayers and invocations that call upon divine power. It begins with prayer, a call for divine intervention. The priest must prepare himself spiritually, fortifying his soul against the darkness he is about to face. The priest, armed with the authority of the church, confronts the demonic entity. This confrontation is not merely physical but deeply spiritual, a clash of wills and faith. He demands its name, its purpose, its reason for tormenting the possessed. The demon will resist. It will use every trick, every ounce of its malevolent power to break the priest's resolve. It will taunt and threaten, whispering blasphemies and lies, trying to sow doubt and fear in the heart of the exorcist. It may manifest physically, contorting the possessed's body, speaking in guttural voices, even spitting and vomiting. These manifestations are meant to intimidate and distract, to weaken the resolve of those present. The air grows thick with tension, heavy with the presence of unseen forces. The room becomes a battleground charged with spiritual energy. Exorcism is a slow and arduous process. It requires immense patience, unwavering faith, and a deep connection to the divine. It can take days, weeks, even months of relentless prayer and confrontation. Each session is a step closer to liberation, but also a test of endurance and faith. But for those who undergo it, it is a harrowing journey back from the brink of darkness, a testament to the enduring power of faith and the unwavering strength of the human spirit. The exorcism ritual, though terrifying and grueling, ultimately serves as a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, light and goodness can prevail.